everybody. What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines. My name is Evay. I'm here with my homegirl Sha. Say what's up.
What's going on?
And today we're going to talk about the Clippers and their season. Can we just start off with a moment of silence for the Clippers?
Please.
Okay. So in this episode, we're going to talk about 3 takeaways that we were able to capture from the Clippers playoff run. Let's get into it.
Okay. Now, for me, first of all, the Clippers should be right now in the Western Conference Finals. They should be playing right now. Let me just go. I'm going to get that out the way. I'm still bothered by that. Right. Yeah.
I'm salty. I'm so salty right now. I'm so salty. I'm so disappointed. Because they were supposed to be in the Western Conference Finals. Can I just tell you that they let their fans down?
Yeah.
They actually let sports down as a whole, because whether you were for or against the Clippers, you wanted to see the matchup between the Lakers and the Clippers. So they let the whole sports world down. That's why they're getting ate up in social media, in these social media streets.
Yeah. All right. Yes, indeed. So I have my little takeaways here. I'm going to start with the head of the snake. Oh, the Clippers need a new coach. Doc, you know what, Doc? I think you're a great coach. You are not the right coach for this group of guys. Doc, you have been with the Clippers for 7 seasons, and they've made it to the Western Conference semifinals 3 times, and they have not made it out. You have had everyone from Chris Paul to Blake Griffin. You now have Kawhi and Paul George, and you still couldn't get past the semifinals. You just can't get over the hump. And I think the Clippers need new leadership. That's it. I'm done with that. We need a new head of the snake. And Doc, you are not it. You might do well with the Philadelphia 76ers or the Indiana Pacers, but not here with the LA Clippers.
Not here with the LA Clippers. And not with this new arena. Come on.
No.
The future of the LA Clippers can be really big with what they have right now on their team, who the players are. Not all of them, but some of them. And what their projected future is, right? So with the arena coming up that they're going to have in Inglewood, California, with the player in Kawhi Leonard that they have, if they keep him, there's something missing from the team. And if it's the coach, I mean, at this point, put him with the rest of them that didn't even drop down, didn't even make it home before they knew they weren't coming back. So I'm just saying, I'm okay with Doc. I mean, I don't think Doc's coaching career is over.
Oh, no.
Just perhaps his time with the Clippers is over. And I don't know, you think Ballmer will have the courage to say, Doc, you my homeboy, but you got to go.
Yeah, because it's business. It ain't personal.
It is business. No, and sometimes business decisions hurt. So
that's the bottom line.
Okay. Yep. So my first one would be, I think that the Clippers need an image revamp. They need to figure out what their identity is. The narrative of their identity is that they are the little brothers of the Lakers. And I think that carries over to who they are as an organization. And I'm not certain what their organization mission statement is or what their values are, but I think they need to revamp them, come up with some new ones that will now get this new team of players together on a new road to success. I realized that with the Clippers being eliminated from the semi conference finals, whatever it's called, that the sports world really don't like them. They don't like the organization of the Clippers. Now, I don't know if it's because they could potentially be a huge threat to the beloved Lakers organization, but they don't. But if you listen to sports commentators, if you read the comments from the fans, the Clippers they don't like the Clippers. The Clippers organization is not very likable. I believe they need to change that. Now, will they ever be the Lakers? They don't need to be the Lakers. They need to be the Clippers. And the Clippers identify what their identity is and make sure that everybody that's in their organization and everybody that's playing for the Clippers know that's what this is. We are not little brothers of anybody, especially now that they're going to have their own arena. Now what? You're no longer sharing the building at the Staples Center with the Lakers. You will have your own establishment. With that comes new rules. You need to determine what that is, and the Clippers need to own their narrative and stop allowing these people that don't like them to shape it for them. So I think that's what they need. And part of that will be determined by their leadership, perhaps by their coach. So maybe they do need a new coach in that regard, because maybe that coach is still carrying on old traditions that are not going to work for the Clippers today. So they do need a new identity.
Okay.
And I think that will help them with their future growth. I think so.
Okay. I'm with you on that.
Get it together.
Okay. So my next one is they need an upgrade at the center position. Zubac is not it. He's way too soft. Way too soft. He avoids having any type of confrontation. He avoids all types of physical play. And you guys the Clippers need a reinforcer. Right now, Andre Drummond is available. I mean, Andre Drummond is 6'10", and right now he's making $27 million. Hassan Whiteside is 7 foot. He's making $27 million. But
doesn't he play for the Portland?
Yeah, but I think he needs a change of atmosphere.
Okay, I'm with that.
What would be really good is if you can get DeMarcus Cousins, because he's playing at a bargain rate, and he's 6'10", and he's only making 3.5. So I would probably go with DeMarcus. That way I can have some money under the salary cap to get an additional player, because you also need people in the backcourt. So that'll leave some money over. Ballmer.
Wait a minute. They only have Zubac, but they have somebody else at center.
Zubac. Who else do they have?
What is Harold?
He kind of plays a center. Sometimes he plays a forward, but he's not. He don't even start. He don't want to start. You guys need a starting center who wants to occupy that space. Oh, and he's not afraid of the physical fight down there. Zubac.
No. Zubac is not it. I think he, okay. Should he stay on the team or should they trade him?
Yeah, just get rid of him. We won't need him. We won't need him if we get. I'm saying I'm not a Clipper fan, but if you get DeMarcus Cousins and then have Harold back up Cousins, or if you get Andre Drummond or Hassan, you don't even need them.
Okay. 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 Bye-bye. All right. So my next takeaway is I believe the Clippers need a dominant point guard. Someone that's going to be the floor general, because right now they don't have it. I mean, I haven't seen it. And they need someone with the personality that's going to help lead. I believe if you're going to have Kawhi on your team, Kawhi's personality is not a leader. Stop trying to make him one. He doesn't do it. It's not his personality. If you've watched him play since he's been with the Spurs, that is not his lane. So let's stop trying to put him in that lane. What Kawhi is, somebody he's a star that's going to go into the game, get to a spot, and get these points. Get on defense when he feels like, and he's going to get these points. He is not someone that's going to lead your players. He's not going to encourage them. He's not going to corral them. That is not who he is. So I think the Clippers need to get a dominant point guard, number one, to help be a floor general for their play. That's number one. Somebody also needs to have the personality. I believe that Kawhi needs a Kyle Lowry type player. Not necessarily Kyle Lowry, because he is in Toronto. I'm not saying him, but a player like him, because Kawhi's personality, needs someone that's going to be the leader. He's not going to be it, but if you have somebody on the team that's one, he will thrive in that environment. Clippers, listen to what I'm telling you. Kawhi is not your leader. Can he be your number one player? Absolutely, but he will not be your leader. And I'm sorry, you need a dominant point guard, and who you have right now is not it.
All right, so Yeah, Kawhi don't want to be bothered after the games. If he didn't have to talk to the media, he wouldn't.
And he shouldn't have to, and he should not have to. He don't mind talking. I don't think he likes to talk to the media, but I believe he will, because he ain't gonna give them much anyway. Number one, it's like pulling teeth to try to get him to say anything. But what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about someone who could speak to the media. I'm talking about a leader. Who is the player that's a leader on the Clippers right now?
I don't know. I have no idea.
So not only are they lacking in identity, not only are they lacking a dominant center, they don't have a leader, someone who stands out and everybody knows that is the person that's going to get us together, because they're together, and that's what's missing.
Yeah, when they're down by 10, who's going to say, hey, come on, everybody come over here. This is what we need to do. I don't know who that player is.
Because it ain't going to be Doc, because he's going to be sitting down with his knees.
Resting his back. All right, so my last takeaway is this Paul George experiment.
It was a bust.
I hate to say it. It's been 1 year. He's been injured a good portion of that year. But Paul George, I'm sorry. You going home. And your home is not here in Los Angeles, Paul.
You ain't going. You may not be going home, but you got to get the boop up out of here.
Boop. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Paul George is making $33 million this year. He's making more than Kawhi at 32. And then, I was looking at their salaries. Marcus Morris is the third highest paid player on the Clippers at $15 million. And then it's your favorite point guard and Patrick Beverley at 12. You cannot have Paul George making more than the rest of the team and he not show up in the playoffs. It's just, you cannot do that. His best years are behind him before his very traumatic injury he had playing USA basketball. Then he had shoulder issues. Paul, I'm sorry. Your home is not here in Los Angeles. So contact his real estate agent, and I don't know. It might need to go back to Indiana. Might need to go to Chicago. I know. But it's not here in Los Angeles.
Not here in Los Angeles, huh?
Yeah. And that's all I have to say on him.
Sorry about that. I have to agree with you on that. That was my third takeaway too, Paul George. It's been real.
It's been real.
What they do need to do, though, I think, because the Clippers are suffering from salary cap, they probably need to consider who can they find in the G League. Let's not overstep the G League. Let's not forget about the G League. You're talking about being strapped for money. You want to be able to have some potentially great players that can show up and perhaps be the next star on your team. It's possible. There are people in the league right now that came from the G League that can, be a nice supplement, right? Since you can't pay a lot of money. If you want to go into luxury tax, that's fine. But if you don't want to do that, find a way to shift out Paul George. Good luck with that, because the way he played,
and the kind of money he demands,
I don't think anybody's going to bite that salary. That salary and that player, who's going to take the chance on it? Who's going to do it?
I mean, I wouldn't.
So that means it may have to be the same tandem of Kawhi and Paul George next year.
But they got him the next year too, after that. And his salary goes up. 33 this year, 35 next, 37 the year after.
You're going to build a team around. Who going to build a team around Paul George? Who going to do it?
Nobody in their right mind. Nope.
So perhaps, Ballmer's balling. So perhaps he'll just buy him out and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to pull in some other people. But I think if they don't want to overstep and go into the luxury tax and all those, complications, look in the G League. Who's there? Who can help complement? Is there a dominant point guard that can help be the leader on the team that you need? It may not be someone who is currently playing, is what I'm saying. Right? Maybe they need to look outside the box, do something different than what other teams are always doing to perhaps find their success. Because I don't even know if there's any players out there that really want to come to the Clippers. Because right now, the Clippers brand is horrible. And so who wants to come to the Clippers right now? Now, last year, I would have Kawhi say, I'm going to come. But the way that image today, it's like saying who want to go to Milwaukee? Nobody. To be honest, the Clippers are almost like Milwaukee, and we're in sunny California. So nobody want to do that.
Wow.
They need to kind of look outside of the standard way of scouting and go look at the G League, go look at someone else, pull some people from the streets.
Hey, go overseas. That's where
do
they found Giannis. Go overseas somewhere.
Go overseas. That's right. Matter of fact, Jeremy Lin wants to come back. Let's get Jeremy Lin on the team.
Absolutely not. Oh no.
He said, I will not be renewing my contract because I want to pursue. So Jeremy Lin is available. Go call him.
No, you might as well keep what you have. Yeah.
No, but I agree. I just think that Paul George, if he stays, you can't count on him.
And that's a big price tag not to be able to count on him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he can't come off the bench with that price. He can't come off the bench.
Oh, no.
Ballmer.
Well, you know what? I know you got a special announcement for Steve Ballmer.
Steve Ballmer. Go to the luxury tax.
Yeah, he can afford it.
He can afford it.
Oh my God, I know.
All right, y'all. So, what are your 3 takeaways from the Clippers playoff run? I know you got some. I know you've been in some of these comments on some of these Instagram posts and in people's YouTube channels. Share them with us as well. We want to have a discussion also. So let us know. Comment.
Yeah, I want to know.
Come join our community. Come subscribe. Be part of our community. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. And I wonder if people are as disappointed as we are. That's what I want to know.
I'm quite sure. Because I am done. I'm done. Yeah.
Devastated. Okay. Well, anyways, we are going to wrap this episode up. Stay tuned for our upcoming episodes on Undrafted Views, where we talk sports from the sidelines. All right, you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.